I don't feel like telling a story today. Now there's a bunch of words in my face, isn't there? Yeah. Really bright and annoying? I thought so. Okay, now they're just shapes. Alright, enough. I guess I'll tell a story. Let's talk about that. What's up, guys? This is Felice on Let's Talk About That, and today I am talking about the time when my parents thought I was kidnapped. You know that I do gymnastics. Well, I don't know if you might know. Well, now you knew. I've been doing gymnastics for as long as I could remember, but about 3 or 4 years ago, probably 4, I was 10, I used to go to YMCA, which was a place you could do a bunch of different stuff, but gymnastics is what I was doing, obviously. I switched places now, so now I go to Spotlight. But anyways, about 3 years ago, I went to YMCA, and if you were looking straight down on it, like if you're up in the sky and looking straight down, this would be, so there's YMCA, this is YMCA's building, and then this would be an alleyway road, and then this would be like the main road where most cars would go through. But so the entrance is on this side, so it's like right here. And so my mom went through the alleyway because my mom had my brother there, and she had to just drop me off and then had to go do something with him. I'm pretty sure she was dropping him off at his friend's house. But anyway, so she came and dropped me off. So then she drove away, and I was walking into the YMCA to get ready to go to gymnastics. And then I walked in and they said, "Oh, we're sorry, we're not doing gymnastics today." So I was like, "Oh, okay." So I ran outside. She was already gone by the time I got out there. So I was like, "Oh no, I don't have a phone." So, and I didn't, at the time, I wasn't thinking clearly. So I didn't go in and ask to call. I was really shy. I mean, I'm still shy now, but I'm not like so shy that I won't even ask for help. So instead of going in and asking for a phone to call home or whatever, not saying that I even remembered the home phone, I can't even remember if I did at the time, but I probably did know it. But anyways, I was too shy to ask. So then I sat outside the building, just sat on the wall, and I was just waiting for my mom to come back, because my parents would always do this switcheroo thing. So my mom would drop me off, and sometimes my dad would come and pick me up. So I forgot about that, and so I was thinking, oh, maybe my mom would just come back through the alleyway, so I'll just wait there. So I just sat on the wall, just waiting. And so apparently, I had no idea, but apparently a few hours had passed. I know it would seem like I could tell, like, oh man, it's been like a million years, what the heck? But I did not have any idea. I was sitting there, not that bored actually. I was just playing with rocks, enjoying my time. So maybe like an hour passed, and that's how long gymnastics is, by the way. And rain started to pour. So YMCA, I was like this, remember? But then right beside YMCA was another building, but it had one of those roofs hanging over it like that. So I went over there. So I went another building down and sat underneath the roof because it was raining and I didn't want to get wet. So I sat there waiting, not realizing that it's already been an hour. And I see this guy all the way up at YMCA walking out of YMCA. I was like, huh, I wonder who that is. I thought maybe it was my dad, but then from where I was, his nose looked really big. So I was like, nah, that's not him. So then I just stayed there instead of going to check it out. So then these are stories that my parents and my friend, well, not my friends, but Gage and his friends, which are, okay, whatever, they're my friends, but whatever, have told me. But they said that everyone, well, not everyone, a lot of people are looking for me, because my dad and my mom were freaking out, and they called my brother, and him and his friend were walking around. I don't know where they were probably actually near me somewhere, but they were walking around looking for me. So my dad was looking for me, my mom was looking for me, and my brother and his friend were looking for me. And my dad even went to the cops, and they were about to put an Amber Alert out for me. And I was just sitting outside of YMCA or the other building. I don't know what the building was. It was just a random building. But I was just sitting out there in the rain. And then 3 hours had passed. So it's been 3 hours. Everyone's looking for me. Cops are about to put an Amber Alert on me for me. And so then I see that guy walk back and I was like, that guy's back? What? Okay, I need to go up there and check this out. So I go up there. I'm like, oh, that's my dad. And so he tells me that I've been there for 3 hours. I had no idea. It didn't even feel like an hour. It wasn't that I was having any fun. It was just that I don't know. I wasn't bored. I had no idea that 3 hours had passed. Like 3 whole hours. That's so crazy. It was just a crazy story. And then when I get back home, everyone's like really excited to see me. I'm like, what? Because I had no idea that all this stuff had happened, because I had no idea that 3 hours had passed. I mean, my dad told me 3 hours had passed, but I'm like, this isn't serious at all because I'm totally okay. But then I was told that the cops were called and I was like, oh my gosh, this is serious. I had no idea. Oh man, it was crazy when I found out all this stress that everyone was going through. But luckily I was okay. No one kidnapped me. I'm fine. It was just a really crazy time. But now, since it's like 4 years later, I'm sort of laughing about it now. But of course my parents aren't. They're like, what? That's crazy. I thought you were gone, but still, everything's okay. But that is pretty much it for that story. It was a pretty memorable time in my life because it's a crazy story. Like, actually where I was sitting, right across from where I was sitting, there was a homeless place. So there was like people over there, and like, I don't know, I could have gotten help from many people, but I was so shy. I didn't want to even go into YMCA. I was so shy. I probably wouldn't have gone to the homeless people anyways, because I'm not saying anything about them, but I'm just so shy. I was so shy. I'm better now. I can talk to people now. But anyways, that is actually pretty much it. My kidnap experience was crazy, but it was, I don't know, it's sort of funny now, but anyways, that was just a crazy time, and I hope you guys liked hearing about my crazy experience. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, and even if you didn't, please give me a thumbs up. That would be great. And always press that subscribe button. I would love that if you became one of my possums. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So for me to you, have an awesome, fun, spectacular, weird, and blessed day. Bye guys!